Yo, what's up, guys? Regional OC. What doing? Regional OC channel. Smartwatch Talk with a Smart Collector. Sunday brunch. It's time for Sunday brunch with OC, which for me entails a little McCafe. I'm loving it. McCafe. This is probably, I'm not sure if this is reversed or not. YouTube is all messed up with their front camera. If you use the front camera when you're doing a YouTube live stream and you're not going through a StreamYard, it mirrors the image. This is a test. This is a test live stream. This isn't a Gonzo live stream. This is like one of those chill Q&A live streams. I'm testing this out. I think if we get like, I think we'll get like 5 viewers. I think there's a chance that we'll get like five viewers tops, but that's okay. I think this is gonna be a members only stream anyway. Members only stream. Can you guys even hear me out there? Quick check. Quick audio. There's nobody here. That's why nobody's responding. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Why nobody can hear me, because nobody's watching. And if nobody's watching, nobody's responding. Perfect sense. It's okay. So I can ramble for a little bit by myself. Wait a minute, I just saw a comment. Hey, Space Ace, we have 1 viewer. Awesome, 1 viewer. Space Ace. Space Ace, by the way, tell me in the chat, like, how did you pick the name Space Ace? Are you a fan of space? Or are you a fan of Ace Frehley, or both? But if you're Space Ace, let me know if you are a massive fan of Ace, who unfortunately we lost last year, I believe. Was it last year? Yeah. Sad. We lost Ozzy. And we lost Ace Frehley in the same year. I'm gonna do Q&A, which nobody wants to hear my opinion about anything anyways. So that's the way to keep the stream short and sweet. Oh, look at this. Delivery. Thank you so much. Wow. Delivery, baby. They treat me so well here. I have to say. I gotta say they do a good job. This isn't super hot though. It's okay. It's like piping hot. I want it to like burn the roof of your mouth hot. But they just deliver me. I usually don't accept free gifts. I don't, but this time I'll take it, baby. Take it. Hot apple pie from McDonald's. I'm loving it. Would it be rude for me to eat this live on the air? I think so. I think it'd be rude. I'm not going to eat this live on the air. And the last thing I would want to do is solicit super chats. We don't do that on this channel. And this channel is member funded. Member funded. We have 82 members, which is, I like to brag about this a little bit, but hey, there's nothing wrong with bragging because it's an important statistic. It's an important piece of analytics. When you look at the number of subscribers that I have, which is like 1,000, maybe 1,000 subs, and you think about the loyal viewers that I have, maybe I have like a couple hundred loyal viewers, maybe more. 81 or 82 of you are members. That means extremely high member engagement, which actually, according to YouTube analytics, the number one live stream channel in the world, anywhere in the world, in membership engagement. So thank you guys for that. But last thing I'm going to do is ask my members. If the members want me to eat this live, I'll do it, because listen, I owe everything to them. They kept me here on the air. They supported me all these years. All the loyal Watch community viewers and members. Let's see who we have here. Space. Yeah, still it's still just one viewer. That's okay. It's still just Space Ace. Enjoy the apple pie, says Johnny O. Oh, it's just an old gamer handle. Okay, cool. Thank you, Space Ace, for that. Johnny O, representing the Midwest, Chicagoland. You still in Chicagoland, Johnny O? Hope all is well. He says, enjoy the apple pie. I don't know, maybe I'm not going to eat it right here because you guys are going to get jealous. These are so delicious and tasty. By the way, some of you have noticed, so it's time to come clean. Yeah. I've reached for the crown yet again. Huge shout out to my Rolex official, Rolex jeweler, my Rolex authorized dealer, whatever you want to call it these days. The first one in the world, the first one delivered in the world goes to OC. And that's because I requested it when it came out. When it was announced, by the way, this was announced, I think, in September, October 2025. This is a new Rolex Oyster Perpetual. And I think officially they call this Candy Pink. Candy Pink. I find it to be like a very muted and subtle pink. I have a bunch of pink shirts that are very they're almost like white and pink. They're like a very pale pink. I don't like hot pink. I don't like a very bright fuchsia pink. Like a very subtle pink. And this, listen, I couldn't resist. In the 41 millimeter size, this is the new reference, the first one delivered in the world. And now, this week, you're starting to see them trickle out on the secondary. People selling, unfortunately, the people who got this watch, like me, the first week, now they're starting to post it online and sell them. The flippers are selling. It's a shame. These are going for 5,000 over retail, just because it's pink. They really did make some incredible improvements on the new reference, which is 134300. 134300. The 3 indicates like it's the third generation. There are very few collections that Rolex has where you're actually in what they call the third generation. The Sky Dweller is one of them, and this is one of the others. So this is, all the other ones I don't think have the 3 in front of it. This is the 134300 refined case, and they changed the proportion of the bezel to the case. They added a bigger crown, way bigger crown, and it's just a delight to wind in a set. And although I've never been a massive fan of the double batons, I can't deny this is a great watch and an incredible value. Probably the best watch that you can get under $10,000, either that or a Datejust. And I know some people think it's shtick, but honestly, and I am absolutely begging you guys, if you're considering buying, and most of the people who watch this channel are seasoned collectors, they're the smart collectors, they've been collecting for way longer than I have. I've only been collecting for like 6-7 months. But for you guys who have been around a long time, you guys know, stick with the crown. Rolex never lets you down. And hey, that rhymes. But reach for the cross, reach for the crown, reach for Rolex and Patek. Those are the 2 best brands of all time. And so was watching a little bit of a live stream last night, and the person like fell in love with this micro brand. Oh my God, I love the aesthetic of the micro brand. I love the story. I love everything about it. Yeah, do not buy what you love. It's a big mistake. Big mistake, especially as your first watch. That's a common trap, or it's a common mistake that first time watch buyers make, is they fall in love with the story, they fall in love with the aesthetic, they fall in love with the particular look and feel of the watch, and then they forget that, or they don't quite know yet. It all starts with Rolex. It starts and ends with Rolex, no matter what you do. That's the truth. We've got Scott Wexlin in the chat from Pennsylvania. He's somewhere in Pennsylvania. I don't know exactly where he is. He could be in the suburbs of Philly. He could be the suburbs of Pittsburgh. He could be somewhere in between. Shout out to Scott Wexlin. He says, congrats, OC. I just saw that on your Instagram and was wondering, yeah, no big unboxing. It's just an unwristing, just unwristing today on YouTube. But yeah, put it on the Instagram. This is quickly going from 230 degrees down to like 200 degrees. It's cooling down a little bit. Thank you, Scott Wex. We got guitars, chronos. No, I don't listen. I'm not a big fan of Nordic watches. And listen, I'm not picking on that brand. I'm not picking on any particular brand. It's all brands that come from England or Ireland or Wales or Scotland or Northern Ireland, any of those islands, any of those places. I don't know the official names of the countries. I think there's England. You guys help me out in the chat if there's someone watching from that part of the world. I think there's England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, and Northern Ireland. I think those are all like 5 separate countries. Maybe not. I don't know. Some of them like are together, like Wales, England, and Scotland form the UK, or maybe Ireland, maybe Northern Ireland, Wales, and England form the UK, and I'm not sure. I don't know. But do not buy any watches. I mean, any watches that come from those brands. And you guys know what those brands are. So Nordic is one of them. You know, and it's obvious. You know, those people. Anybody who spruiks that kind of watch, they're getting paid, and it's embarrassing. And it's just embarrassing, and you lose all your credibility. But for those who even had credibility in the beginning, they lose it all, because no one should be recommending to customers who have a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 budget to start with one of those brands, British brands. Sorry, that's just the way I feel, and I think I'm right. As a matter of fact, I know I'm right on that. So no, the Philly suburbs. We got Sam Davidson, who says hi, OC, in the chat. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining. Hey, Sam Davidson, 10-pound super chat. Awesome. 10-pound super chat. And let's see. Guitars Chronos, that's a gay watch OP. Gay watch OZ. Get your AP on. Get your AP on. I don't know. A lot of people would argue that AP these days is has lost some of its luster. This watch is a Rolex, and so I'll put this up against an AP any day. Of course, AP Steel Royal Oak is nice, Offshores are nice. We get it. Even a lot of the codes I like, but the brand is struggling right now. They're absolutely struggling with their kind of brand reputation. I don't know. It's like weird collabs and the cringe marketing, and I actually don't have a problem with them attracting more female customers. That's actually kind of a smart thing for them to do. They're like, that's an untapped market. Rolex sells, you know, several $100 million worth of merchandise to female customers every year. We should be not let Rolex eat our lunch there. We should have female watches for females too. I get that. Females and gays go after the Cartier market. So there's nothing wrong with that per se. But AP struggling in New York a little bit because the big boutique on 57th is closed. So it almost feels like they're away for a little bit while they're building their giant new boutique on 60th and Fifth Avenue, 60th and Fifth Avenue, Central Park. I'm going to stay on top of the chat. I'm going to stay on top of the chat. I'm not going to let you guys get away from me. England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland make the UK. I think I was pretty close. I was pretty close. I know my geography. Guitars and Chrono says it was sarcasm on Nordic. Okay. Uh, Usually I can sense sarcasm. We got Steve H. Steve H says Guitars and Chronos is 100% right. He usually is in the chat. Whole Milk is usually right too. There's an extremely clever people in the chat here. Hey, we got Leonardo DiCaprio here under his Yo Leo account. He's a member. Shout out to all the members, by the way. Is Leo the first member? Oh no, Johnny O. Johnny O, member. Got to call out the members. You guys are the best. Leo's a member. So what up, OC in chat? Had to go to Starbucks for reliable Wi-Fi. Me? They probably this is McDonald's. You know, is this coming through mirrored or does it show correctly? Just let me know in the chat. Is it mirrored or do you can you actually read that? Fucking YouTube. YouTube needs to fix some of these bugs, outstanding bugs. Thank you for being a member. Is AP still woke? I mean, you guys know the answer to that. Yeah, I'm slumming at Mickey D's. True. I might just have a little bit of this apple pie on live on stream. Who else do we have? We have Alejandro Gilik. The code 1159 with the Aventurine. Yeah, that's the perpetual calendar. Perpetual calendar is the jam. I was lucky enough to see it in person when it came out. The rest of the codes are met. Arguably, there's two code variants that people, kind of give a pass. The first one is the Star Wheel because it's kind of a cool complication. Piping hot apple pie. Let's do it. So good. Code 1159 Star Wheel. They give a pass, and the other one is the perpetual calendar with the Aventurine dial, which goes for like 65 to 70% under retail. It's technically discontinued now. Unbelievable piece. If you can pick one up in secondary, especially the white gold one. White gold one is awesome. Rather spend a bit more, says Space Ace, and get a vintage Rolex or any Rolex, any Rolex, as long as you don't buy it from some of these 47th Street or secondary clowns. Secondary clowns, guys, it's all Frankenstein's. Don't trust it. They're running, they're huffing, they're puffing, but they don't got the watches. It's all garbage watches. Don't trust anybody. I got everything. It's unbelievable. Yeah, you don't. Stay away from the eBay auctions, guys. eBay Live auctions. Trash. Ah, hot. Hot feeling. Yeah. Reach for the golden arches. Thank you, Leo. So yeah, I got the Oyster Perpetual, candy pink. And that's it. That's the live stream, guys. That's it. Logan Hall, star of Logan Hall's Grill Streams, in the chat. He's a member. Never buy a watch with a new warranty card. It's useless. That was you go back and watch that show that Logan and I did yesterday or the day before. The Dubai expat jumped on. That was awesome. If you're a fan of the Dubai expat and you don't know what he looks like, he jumped on the panel. Very, very good live stream. Logan and I dissected some negotiations on 47th Street. And Vukum, man, he was just it's great. You got to go back and check it out from a couple of days ago. Hmm. The guy literally said that a Rolex CPO warranty card was worthless. And the guy selling Vukum the watch said, "What do you mean worthless?" He goes, "Well, let's say several years go by and the warranty expires. What's the value of the card?" And he's like, "Well, nothing. But that doesn't. What about right now? What if the watch breaks now?" Vukum was like, "Oh, well, that's the value. And plus, you're getting an authentic watch. And more than ever, guys, the streets, and by streets I mean the virtual streets, the watch shops, online marketplaces, the live auctions, riddled with clones. Absolutely riddled with clones, guys. Delicious. So just go with the Rolex. Go with Rolex. We have we're up to 6 people in the chat. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Guitars and Chronos asks a question. What's the state of the watch market, OC? I hear Richard Meals are tanking. I don't think that is the case. I think Richard Meals are stable. Richard Meals are stable. Now, there are a few models since 2022. There are some entry-level first-time models, entry-level models, the softer models that go for under retail. That's true. RM30 and the RM65. RM30 and RM65. Those go for under retail. And I think there are a couple of the round ones, like it's RM32, 3303 is one, and they also have a square model called 1602. 1602, yeah. I'm surprised, guys. I should be getting pats on the back for even knowing these reference numbers. I mean, who knows Richard Mille reference numbers? It's crazy. I think they're flat, but it's so hard to get a Richard Mille. It's impossible. The barrier to entry is very high. Unless I mean, there are snow set. They have snow set and diamond gem set models that are easy to get. You walk in with 460 grand and say you want a snow set 7201, they're going to give it to you because that model's in the case sitting there. But the overall market is strong. Overall market is strong. Rolex is still doing well, although there are more and more pieces that the trade values. Again, the watch, it's not about the value, it's about the trade value. It's like the liquidity value is the most important thing. I mean, you can look on Chomo 24 or whatever. and see like the day date is selling for 46,000. Yeah, but when you go to sell, actually, you're going to actually sell the day date into a dealer and trade it in for something. What are you going to get? You're not going to get 46,000. That's the number that you need to use in order to determine where the prices are. It's the trade. It's the trade value that matters. Well, watches go up again in price, and some watches actually are going up. The last 2 quarters, we've actually seen some Rolexes. I mean, the Pepsi, obviously, GMTs are holding strong. Daytonas are going up. Steel Daytonas are going up, guys. They are. They're now secondary. They're probably 34 to 37,000 in unworn mint condition with fresh cards. Of course, Patek Nautilus, Aquanaut, through the roof, and F. Pejorn, crazy. And Royal Oaks are actually up too. Steel Royal Oaks are actually up. So there's some, if you're buying the smart watches, you're buying the right watches. You're buying watches that are over retail. Esoteric in the chat. Street Life is looking rough over there. Is that a Home Depot back there? Actually, it's a what's the name of it? Tractor Supply Company. Tractor Supply Company is like a high-end Home Depot. You go in there and they have like travertine floors and everything's on shelves. Everything's super nice in there. Does it cost a little bit more to shop there? I don't know. I don't really know. I'm not buying like lawnmowers and shit like that. I got people. I've got staff to do that. T and Ticker's in the chat. What's up, T and Tickers? Good to see you. Hey, we got Brody. Brody's a moderator, a member, and general counsel. Sunday morning parking lot streams in a nice, easy format. Talking watches from the parking lot. Yeah, this isn't like a location where I'm going to be showing you around. This is not one of those scenic tourist streams. We're up to seven viewers now. 7 viewers. That's pretty good. Pretty good for Sunday. Should I go back to doing Sunday streams? Should I go back to doing Watch News Sunday? Maybe I do Watch News Sunday next Sunday at noon Eastern. I could do that. By the way, stay tuned for. There's a live stream coming up at 2 p.m. Eastern on my Elite Horology channel. Check that out. Do a search for Elite Horology. That's my partnership channel with Jonathan Quayle Higgins. We're going to be doing a live stream over there. I may be on the panel, I may not, but maybe it's going to be Jonathan Quayle Higgins and Keslowitz. And they're going to be doing completely boring watch talk. So do a search right now for Elite Horology. Make sure you're subscribed. I want to see you over there. I want to get those guys over 10 viewers. If we can get over 10 viewers on the Elite Horology channel, that'll be a huge success. But we only have 7 people here. So if every single person here goes to visit there, we might get them up to 10 viewers. Logan Hall says, I get my propane from Tractor Supply Company. Official propane supplier of Logan Hall's grill streams. Good to know. Got Hot Watcher in the chat. What's up, Hot Watcher? Guitars Chronos asked 2 things. Universal Genève will be a hit. Yes or no? Well, I can't do a poll from here, but we really don't even need to do a poll to know the answer to that one, do we? We don't need to waste our time with a poll. No. Universal Genève, dead on arrival. Absolutely dead on arrival. 0 interest whatsoever. Hey, Jonathan Quayle Higgins in the chat. My Elite Horology alert was just triggered. There you go. So he's always monitoring the streams. He's got a couple of keywords and phrases. I'm not going to tell you what those phrases are, but once they're mentioned on a live stream being broadcast on YouTube, the alert goes out. So yeah, check out Jonathan Quayle Higgins and Keslow. Is it Keslow or Kelso? Is it Kelsowitz or Keslowitz or Keslowitz? Keslowitz? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's Keslow. Check out the Jonathan and Keslow show coming up at 2 p.m. Eastern time. That's United States time, which is world time. On my awesome channel, Elite Horology, which I picked up a couple of years ago for about $75,000. I bought a 51% stake, or maybe it's a 49% stake. I can't remember. But it's a great, it performs really well in the algorithm. Check it out, Elite Horology. Brody says, my wife gets our chickens. They sell chickens at Tractor Supply Company. OC, pick yourself up a sickle? A silky? Or do you mean sickle? What is a silky? I'm not going to do a live. I'm not going to go inside Tractor Supply Company and do a live stream. Gonzo stream from Tractor Supply Company. Not going to happen. You could buy chickens there? It's crazy. Hello, OC, and hope you have a good. Yeah, we're having a great show. We've got almost 9 people watching. There's 9 people watching on YouTube, and we got 1 person on MySpace. If you're on MySpace, head on over to YouTube. Finish swiping, swipe, 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 swipe. Head on over to YouTube. Type in a comment. Let us know you're the one guy that came over from MySpace. I'm going to catch up. I'm going to stay on top of the chat, guys. So that's why I'm kind of looking down like this. Because I'm going to... Higlowitz. Higlowitz, okay. We've got... oh, Jonathan is dropping watch knowledge in the chat. You know this isn't a place for actual watch facts. Are you aware? Should I do it in a British voice? I can't do German. I can't do a German accent. I don't want to do a German, but I don't want that to be clipped. I can do British or French. Are you aware that the Patek 240 movement is a ripoff of the Universal Genève movement? I sound like Adrian Barker. Fuck me dead. Hot Watcher asks a very good question. Have you added, and this question is for everybody in the chat, every single person watching, all 9 of you, have you added Vacheron to the approved list? Actually, I want to know if you have Vacheron in your collection. If you have Vacheron in your collection right now and you're watching, type in a V for Vacheron. And if you have Vacheron in your collection, I do not. Is Vacheron on the approved list? If not, let's vote today. No, we're not going to vote today. But listen, they're de facto on the list because they've had such a good 2 years. They had a 250th anniversary last year, right? 250th. And then this year they came out with the Everest 2, the Everest Dos in Mexico. In Spanish-speaking countries, it's known as the Everest Dos. And in English countries, it's the Everest 2, Roman numeral 2, Everest 2. They came out with a new rose gold 1921. They also came out with like a super expensive platinum overseas with a salmon dial, which I'm not a big fan of, but a lot of people are like, it's like limited edition. So Vacheron's doing well. AP is struggling. So by default, Vacheron's already kind of usurped AP and taken over that spot on the approved list. If you want to buy a Vacheron, it's still not okay. You should contact me first. Contact me first. We'll talk about your collection. We'll look at the reference that you are considering purchasing, and you can get express written permission, SB Express and written, in advance I guess it could be verbal. It could be verbal permission. Express verbal permission from OC in advance, and I'll approve. If you're a member, I'll approve it. Because if you're a member, you're probably already pretty smart collector. You have a lot of stuff in your collection. But just for the average person, like, you know, going on to like European watch company and buying a Vacheron, no. Be very careful. Don't do that. So Vacheron not officially on the list, but pretty good. Just check with me first. I think Universal Genève will surprise you, OC. Big backers. Well, the backers are the people who own Breitling. Venture capital. Who cares? Who cares what they think? And good people promote. I don't know, who are the good people promoting it? You tell me the names of people who are promoting it. Hodinky? Who gives a fuck? Who, guys, don't waste your time with Universal Genève. Listen, if you're Dear Artifact and you have a big collection of all kinds of stuff, you've got Speedmasters, blah, blah, and you love chronographs, and you want to get a new modern Universal Genève, you get a pass. You get a pass from OC, but, you know, if you're a regular person, no. VC is killing it. Thank you. Universal Genève, much more credible than Richard Mille. Listen, all I know is I have a close circle of friends. We have a colony group, and then we have all these people in the chat, all the members and all the viewers. How many of you, I don't mean to be rude and point, but how many of you are going to buy Universal Genève? Zero. Maybe Dear Artifact. Maybe. And I would advise him against it, actually. I'd advise him against it. But if he did, he would get a pass. But no one's going to buy it. But if you had $300,000 and you had Nautiluses and Royal Oaks and Daytonas and a bunch of stuff, you'd probably be buying a Richard Mille, because that's the cool people. The cool people buy Richard Mille. We are up to 10 people watching. 10! That's awesome on a Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, wherever you are. 10 people watching. Now we're almost up to elite horology numbers. I'm going to keep up with the chat, I promise. What are your thoughts on 1776 Atelier? No one's going to buy that. Listen, I talked about that earlier, about 5-10 minutes ago. The biggest mistake a novice watch purchaser can make buying their first one or two pieces is getting all wrapped up in stories and aesthetics and, oh, I like the way that looks, and oh my gosh, I like the story, and wow, I like the way that the brand heritage, if you can call it that. No, don't bother with any of that stuff. You just go straight to Rolex. Just go straight to Rolex, reach for the crown. Don't bother with any of that stuff. And 99% of you agree with me. That's the thing, is nobody disagrees. I dare one of the 11 viewers to disagree with me on that. We've got Bartholomew J. He's not a member. Guys, become a member. I say this every show. Please do not let your memberships lapse. Now's a good time to upgrade your membership. Please don't let those credit cards accidentally expire and your membership, whatever. Don't do that. The new prices are triple what the old prices were. Ask Doc Mick, or ask some of these guys that became members over the last couple months. Prices are astronomical. And don't become a member on an Apple device. The prices are like double the normal prices. The salmon dial overseas in platinum is like 8.5 millimeters thin. I'm going to change it to thin and beautiful. Something Rolex is not technically capable of achieving. Rolex watches tend to be in the 10 to 12 millimeter range, mainly around the 11 millimeter range, 11 to 12 millimeter range. That's their sweet spot. Check it out. This you can't say this is thick. I mean, look at that. In case you missed it, this is the brand new 134-300 in candy pink, the first one unboxed, the first one shown anywhere in the world on YouTube. Thank you very much to my official Rolex jeweler. Guys, this is too much watch talk for this channel. I'm gonna have to say, listen, we do boring watch talk here. Logan, you know more. I don't have any clips. If I don't have any clips, that means zero original content. And the irony is, if we do have clips, it also means zero original content. We just hit our 12th viewer. Viewer number 12. If you're number 12, you just tuned in right now and you became viewer number 12, type in a greeting in the chat. We want to know. Mr. Tutor to you, who's still not a member, I should just time this fucking guy out. Him and his lame tutor talk. The only reason why he's still in the chat is because Logan vouches for him. Consulting from OC on purchases sounds like a great way to end up living in a cardboard box with style. Hey, cardboard box with a Rolex versus living in a beautiful home in a nice suburban neighborhood with a tutor? I'll take the cardboard box. Mr. Tutor to you, I'll rather be homeless. Ask Dr. Bob. Ask Dr. Bob if he'd rather have a Rolex and remain homeless or actually live in a nice house. He'll say, give me the Rolex. But welcome to the chat, Mr. Tutor to you. Become a member. That's all I can say is become a member. It's embarrassing. Frankly, it's embarrassing that you're not a member. I'll just say that. What sort of moron would buy a Moritz Grossman? Well, Moritz Grossman they were hot for like 3 months. They were hot for like 3 to 6 months in 2022, I would say, like maybe 2021, like during the peak of the market. They came out with a watch. I can't remember if Jonathan covered this first. I think Jonathan actually covered this first. Moritz Grossman, or maybe he introduced me to the term first, but the term tremblage. Tremblage, where you have a dial and you actually take one of those steel tools and you actually engrave into the dial and you carve out parts of the dial. I'm not sure what the name of the watch is, the Moritz Grossman tremblage. That was like, they hit the peak. And then after that, but I mean, you don't buy a Moritz Grossman now. You don't buy one now. And it was a mistake. It was probably a mistake to buy one then. But who knows? Who knows? Fred is in the chat. Fred, you sound new. So make sure you're subscribed, enable all notifications. You got to make sure that you go into your app on your phone and that you make sure that you go into like settings, notifications, YouTube, and you make sure that you can actually have notifications pop up on the screen. So when we go live, ding, notification, oh, OC is live. Get it. And if you're a member, you should be getting like an email or like some kind of notification. That's why we're up to 13 viewers. 13 because there's nothing on. There's nothing on YouTube. Watch YouTube is awful. Some of the channels are absolutely imploding. I mean, some of the channels are imploding. There's a lot of controversy going on right now among like 2 or 3 watch channels. I'm not gonna comment directly on that. If you guys know what's going on, then you know. If you know, you know. There's no reason for me to add to it or comment at all. Is Timex better than Rolex? No, it's not. Come on. Timex is not bad. Rolex is the king. I mean, look at the bracelet. Rolex makes the best bracelets, whether it's a fully brushed oyster bracelet or it's a GMT oyster bracelet with the polished center links, or it's a Jubilee bracelet on a Datejust, or a GMT, or an Oyster Flex bracelet, or a President bracelet. There's literally Rolex can do no wrong when it comes to bracelets. They're just comfortable. They're super high quality. Don't have to worry about them being made in China. They're just the best, the most comfortable. As long as they continue to roll out refinements to the bracelets like Glide Lock and Easy Link, like they rolled out Glide Lock to the Daytonas on Oyster Flex. That's a good thing. Those kinds of improvements are important. Keep rolling out the innovation. Brody says Rolex and Tractor Supply with OC ambassadors, the collab, a watch community desperately needs. No, I'm not going into the Tractor Supply company. Although, if you do go in there, go in with a Rolex. Go in with a Rolex. They actually have the model that you haven't seen yet is the 41 millimeter with the lavender dial. They introduced in September, October last year, which is just like 10 months ago, 9-10 months ago, they introduced 2 new dial colors in the 41 millimeter size. They quietly rolled out the candy pink and the lavender. I haven't yet seen the lavender in the 41 millimeter size yet. Shout out to the people who have Oyster Perpetuals who are not total losers. A lot of people have been buying the Oyster Perpetual lately, the modern one. Muhammad Ali famously unboxed the new Jubilee motif. Jubilee dial on my channel a couple weeks ago. We've got Captain has it, Brody has it, Air King Ben has it, a couple other people. A couple other people have the new Oyster Perpetual. We've got MC Moz. That pink looks really, really nice. The pink looks awesome in person. The pink looks awesome. And most of you haven't looked at it because you're like, oh, well, the pink is there in the case in the 31 millimeter size or the OP34 or whatever. So you don't even bother looking at the pink. The pink is, it's not, I don't know why they call it candy pink. It's like, it sounds a little gimmicky. It's not candy pink. It is a beautiful, pale, masculine pink, if I can say that. If there's any pink that qualifies as masculine, it's this. By the way, some people said this looks too big on me. Dubai Expat said this watch is too big, OC. You should have gotten 36. That's what he said. Go back to the live stream from a couple of days ago. Dubai Expat goes, yeah, that watch is too big on you. I don't know. Is it? Is this watch too big? Is 41 millimeter too big for my puny 6 3/4 inch wrists, which is like 360 centimeters or something like that? I can't do the metric conversion. We're up to 13 viewers. 13 is unlucky. Well, 13 is the Taylor Swift number. Let's get to 14, guys. Let's jump past 13, go to 14 viewers. Tell your friends, have them jump on. MC Moss, thank you for the comment. Boxer Fans is in the chat. Boxer Fans knows the power of the crown. He knows the power of the crown. Boxer Fans, reach out to me on IG. I wanna. Let's schedule a time. I want you to show a little bit of your collection. I know you're in the UK. I think you're in the. Are you in the UK or New York? Where are you? I'm in the New York area. If you're around, let's do a meetup. I'll schedule a dinner. Let's do it let's do a meetup. Bring your 2 best watches. Boxer says, good afternoon, OC. Thinking of picking up the new Nordic diver. No. Come on, don't fuck around. Like these comments aren't even, they're not even funny. These stupid troll comments like, buy, Nordic this or zero worst that. I mean, just, it's not even, I know you guys can come up with something better than that. You know, this is the channel with smart collectors and clever trolls. We have the smart and clever trolls here. If you're gonna troll, you know, don't go for the low-hanging fruit. Put some thought into it. You're not gonna get me all riled up talking about Nordic watches. I mean, come on. Garbage. Absolute garbage. And the last person who would ever buy a Nordic watch is boxer fans. Come on, the guy's got a fucking Le Mans Daytona. Psych Student Minnesota is in the chat. Hey OC, happy Sunday. Thank you. Happy Sunday to you and all of the great members and viewers. Wish I could join you guys at McDonald's. There's McDonald's in Minnesota, dude. Just head on over, get the fried apple pie. You know, do it. Grab your McCafe. Celebrate Sunday with OC at Mickey D's. I'm heading to brunch. Oh, okay. You're excused. Finally wearing my new Starbucks after getting it 3 weeks ago. Hey, congratulations. That's what I'm talking about. ROLEX Submariner 126060 or something like that. Some reference number. It's the Submariner date with the green Serichrome bezel. Congratulations. He roached for the crown, guys. Psych Student Minnesota roached for the crown and he grabbed it. That's what I'm talking about. That's the shit we should be celebrating. People making smart decisions. Smart decisions in watches. Now, there are people who are viewers, supporters, big supporters who, you know, buy lots of stuff. Grubel Forsey, Laurent Ferrier, Romain Gauthier, Laurent Ferrier, Romain Gauthier. Yes, all sound the same. Arnold and Son. I get it. Like, these are people who have mega collections, right? They get a pass. You know, when you buy stuff like that, these are people who have like multi-million-dollar collections. So like, don't compare yourself to them. So if someone comes on and wants to unbox Grubel Forsey, or they're going to do that because that's an OC approved thing, because they've got a massive multi-million-dollar collection. You don't. You guys don't. Some of you guys. Most of you guys don't. I don't. I have way too much in watches. I redid my insurance policy yesterday because I got rid of one watch, bought another watch, kind of thing. I got this one, so I added this one to the policy, and it calculates the value, the insured value that you have. It's way too much, way too much. Hope you have a good brunch, Psych Student, and congratulations on behalf of all of us. Congratulations on picking up a new Rolex. Esoteric's in the chat. I have an Oyster Perpetual. It's a Rolex Oyster Perpetual 39 white dial. It is amazing. Don't rub it in everybody's face, Esoteric. That is arguably the best Rolex Oyster Perpetual of the modern era. And they only had it around for like 1 or 2 years, that white dial. It is absolutely incredible. Perfectly symmetrical, stunning white dial with the white single batons all the way around, and perfect size. In a way, this is probably as close as you're going to get to the perfection of an Oyster Perpetual 39. This is, I think this is maybe 40.5. I'm not sure what the exact, someone has to take calipers to these watches, because I don't think this is 41. I think this is probably like closer to 40. But I'll take calipers to this when we get home, because I've got digital calipers. Now that I have a Starbucks, it says Psych Student Minnesota. I think I'm going to move my 2020 Hulk along. Ooh, no. Oh, no. My AD asked if I'd be interested in selling it back to them as certified pre-owned, but didn't give me a price yet. That's not advisable. I have a lot of people who reach out to me with the same question. I probably get asked this question once every 10 days on Instagram. Here's my collection, OC. You know, should I get rid of this, or this? And I do that for free. A lot of times it's people who just picked up a Starbucks, or who have both a Starbucks and a Hulk in their collection, I do not advise, and I mean do not advise, that people sell the Hulk. Even though that's not my cup of tea, and yes, it has the super case or the maxi pad or whatever it's called, that big thing with the ugly thick lugs. Don't sell that watch. Don't sell the Hulk. MJ has the Hulk, right? Other people in the community have the Hulk. Don't sell it. Yeah, you'll be able to get 18,000, 20,000, or whatever. That's a lot of money. The Hulk is just so. Listen, the Hulk is the most counterfeited, one of the most counterfeited watches today. So if you have a Hulk from 2020, which is one of the final, like probably the final year, and you have a white tag, bro, don't sell it. You guys should listen to OC more. You guys will be much, much happier in your private and professional life. Boxer fans in NYC, always up for dinner. Reach out to me on Instagram, Boxer fans. I'll set up a dinner. We haven't done a dinner in New York since probably, what is it, July? We did one in May. I guess it seems longer than it's been. I don't think we did one in June. Maybe we did one in June. We do a big dinner in New York every month. So yeah, reach out to me on IG. Set it up. Brody, I can't check the WhatsApp right now. I'm on the YouTube. Is it so critical? I can't do it now. I'll do it later. Thanks, Brody. Whatever it is, I'm sure it's good. Am I being sued again? Fuck. Thanks for the good news, Brody. Like whoever wants to get a message like that. First of all, whoever wants to hear from their lawyer. Brody's a cool guy and also a friend. So yeah, I exchange messages and I talk to Brody probably every single day. But the last thing I want to be doing is get in the middle of a live stream, get a message from, and that wasn't a friendly message. That was a message from a lawyer. Check your WhatsApp. Like, fuck, I'm being subpoenaed again. Fuck. No, I'm not checking it. Can you wait till Monday? Do you have to disappoint me on the weekend? Oh, see, we're being sued again. I don't want to have to deal with it. That's what I pay you for. I pay you to deal with these matters and pay these people off so it's not on my record. What good are you? I don't want to get involved in every little lawsuit. Just deliver the hush money and let's brush it under the rug. Let's bury it, check your WhatsApp. The fuck? St. Peter's in the chat, member of the OC channel. Congrats, OC. When did you register your interest for the pink Oyster Perpetual 41? That's a good question. I don't remember. It could have been a few months ago, or it could have been immediately when it came out. I cannot remember for sure. The thing is, the Bucherer, I mean, people know that I work with Bucherer for Rolex. Bucherer is very strict about how they allocate the watches. You have to register for the watches. You have to be in their CRM system. Shout out to Salesforce.com. That's what they use. Salesforce.com. You have to be in Salesforce.com. You actually have to be registered for the watch in order for them to offer it to you. And the sales associates don't even really pick who the watches go to. And the sales associates get a message from the management. By the way, OC, who registered for the Oyster Perpetual 41 Pink, that's going to go to him. We've got it. Let him know. Let him know to come in and pick it up. It could have been right after it came out where I sent a message and said, hey, I've been waiting for pink or a cool color to come out in the 41 millimeter size. So it could have been like late last year, or it could have been just like a couple months ago. I can't remember. Fair question. I don't know. The answer is I don't know. But thank you for being in the chat. St. Peter, who's a member. Boxer fans, yeah, the new pink OP, congrats. Yep, the first one in the world. First one in the world to be delivered. I can't say exactly when I got it. Great watch. It feels awesome when you wind it. Feels awesome when you set it. Rolex quality. Feels awesome to wear it, obviously, and it looks great. Even though the Dubai expat said it looks too big on me. What does he know? He has like $1 million collection, 40 watches. Do I trust his opinion? Well, probably I do. Yeah, the Hulk is a long-term keeper, says Boxer. You see, Boxer fans agrees with me. Keep the Hulk. Shamba Basher is in the chat. Hulk will go to the moon. Thank you very much. Psych student, Minnesota. I'm going to try and keeping up with the chat. That, meaning the Hulk, and my 2021 Pepsi are in the safe. Now, I have the original Oyster bracelet on which it came. See what I did there? It sounds very formal. I have the original Oyster bracelet on which it came. The AD ordered the Jubilee for me. He asked if I wanted to sell that to him too. Yeah, of course he wants it. Of course he wants the Pepsi on Jubilee. Shamba Basher, congratulations on the Girly Pink. I think that's the official name, Girly Pink. Oyster Perpetual 41. Perfect for your feminine side and my feminine skin. My feminine side and feminine wrist. Thank you. Hulk is a keeper for sure. Thank you, St. Peter. I caught up. I caught up on the chat. We did it. And we're up to 15 viewers. 15. We did it. Now what do we do? Now what? If you have questions or comments, I'll answer for 5 minutes. I'll answer any question, no matter how. I was about to say I'll answer any question, no matter how controversial. But nah, let's not do that. I answer member questions. If a member asks a question, 99% of the time I answer because you guys are the best. Shout out to the members. 15 people in the chat on this Sunday afternoon. Psych student Minnesota says the Oyster Perpetual 41. This is the new reference. They redesigned this. They redesigned it last year. It's more elegant, super thin lugs, more elegant proportion, the dome to the case, that domed bezel. The bezel. Bigger crown, nice big crown on there. It's nice and flat too, nice and flat on the wrist. I mean, it's right on the limit. I would say I recommend this watch for wrist 16 point, I don't know. How many centimeters in circumference? Not quite sure. I don't even know what mine are. I think I'm like 18 centimeters, maybe 17 centimeters. I don't know. I should measure it one day. Does it look too big? No, it does not. That's what she said. Question from Logan Hall's Grill Streams. Member question. That's right, you're a member and moderator. Will Gene Simmons be on your live stream? I'd like to have Gene Simmons on. Maybe I should reach out to Gene. I see him he wears a lot of these super big AP offshores, like old ones from like the 2000s, 2010s. He's not a big watch guy, Gene Simmons. But yeah, I'd love to have him on the show. Love to have Paul Stanley on. Eric Singer is a massive watch guy. You've seen him on the monochrome videos, like the collector conversations. Eric Singer collects mainly old vintage watches, Breguet, Blancpain. Blancpain is his favorite brand. Jaeger LeCoultre, and kind of that level of watch. old vintage watches. Yeah, if Gene Simmons wants to come on, not a problem. Let's book it. Let's book Gene Simmons on the show. By the way, it's concert season here, summer concert season, and I have been going to a few concerts. I will be busy at concerts pretty much nonstop for the next 2 or 3 weeks. So if like I'm not doing a live stream on a Tuesday night or a Thursday night or whatever, it's because I'm at a concert. Tonight and tomorrow, 99% chance I'll be at a concert. So I did see Bon Jovi last week. I saw them. I'm not sure of the exact. It was like the fifth. I saw them at they're doing nine shows at Madison Square Garden. I think I saw them on show number 5. Show number 5. I went with Mrs. OC. One of the first concerts I ever took Mrs. OC to was Bon Jovi at Long Beach Arena. I think it was in 1989. That might have been with Cinderella opening up, or Whitesnake or something. I can't remember. That was the New Jersey tour. Saw Bon Jovi on the New Jersey tour. So we went. We all know that John Bon Jovi has been having his voice problems. He had vocal cord surgery. He had a vocal cord atrophy on one side, and then they put some kind of prosthetic or something to kind of hold the vocal cord in place so it would re-strengthen. Unfortunately, he sounds better than he did in 2022, but unfortunately, he's not there, and his voice completely crapped out a few days ago on Thursday night, and they cut the show short. So the last show of the tour is tonight. The last show of the tour is tonight. It's only 9 shows, and then they head off to England in August, September. They're going to do 5 shows in England. They're going to do like 3 at the O2 Arena. They're going to be in Leeds and someplace else, Glasgow. Is it Glasgow or Glasgow? Glasgow, Scotland. But listen, the thing is, like, when he was on stage, he said, "What's up, General Shoddy? Good to see you in the chat." He said, "Listen, hold on to your ticket stubs. We'll try and reschedule and figure out what to do." Now, he did that without permission, because you're really not supposed to make announcements from the stage like that, because he's under contract with Madison Square Garden Entertainment or Live Nation or whomever it is. They're the ones who determine if the show gets postponed, rescheduled, canceled, refunded, or whatever. They probably weren't too thrilled for him to make an announcement like that, because legally, technically, they didn't have to refund anybody, and they're still not refunding anybody. They are. He promised that they would reschedule and do it again, but who knows if that'll ever happen. Sorry, I'm distracted. Some guy, like, I love when people back up and they get within like 3 inches of your car. What the? Lunatics. But tonight's the last show at Madison Square Garden, and the question is, are they actually going to be on? Are they actually going to perform? They may cancel it. They may postpone it. Solvents is in the chat. It's Glasgow. That's where I'm from. Most Americans say Glasgow. Yeah, that's how it's spelled. I don't say Glasgow. I say Glasgow or Glasgow. Glasgow. Okay, get it with Z, with a Glasgow. Okay, Glasgow. You learned something new. Welcome to all the people watching from Scotland. Sorry, I don't support Scottish watch brands. Is that okay? I can't think of any. We've got Horrocks watch, which kind of sounds like Clorox. Horrocks watch. How is the pink OP? It's awesome. It is. Look how incredible it sits on the wrist. This is the new Oyster Perpetual 41 134300. So the first one delivered in the world to Original OC. Thank you very much to our friends at Bucherer. That's not a paid promotion, just a fact. If you want Rolex, you pretty much have to go to Bucherer. That's, I mean, the best source for Bucherer. So the question is, will Bon Jovi even perform tonight? I'm skeptical. By the way, the thing about him having a sinus infection, that was put out after the fact by the press people. That was not said by anybody in the band or anybody close to the band. No doctor ever said he has a sinus infection. That was something that they stated after the fact to try and explain away why he sounded so bad. It's because his voice is fucking shot. The guy had vocal cord surgery. The guy can't talk barely. That's nothing. No knock against him. Bon Jovi is one of my favorite bands. You know, their catalog is undisputed, incredible. 7800 Fahrenheit, Slippery When Wet, New Jersey, Keep the Faith, These Days, the Nashville record, whatever it's called, something Highway, Lost Highway. I mean, album after album after album, and chock full of hits and great songs. And by the way, he's underrated vocalist. Underrated vocalist. In his prime, he could blow away anybody. He's a very high singer. But I'm also going to be. I have a few other things on my list for this week. Leonard Skinner, Motley Crue, and Rush all coming up. And shout out to my friends. I went to something last night. My friends went to a John Mellencamp last night. I was invited to go to a John Mellencamp. Didn't go. Went to something else instead. My friends are flying to. I'm actually en route to Denver, Colorado tonight. Actually, today they're en route right now to go to the AC/DC concert in Denver, Colorado. So shout out to anyone who's in Denver, Colorado, going to the AC/DC concert tonight. You couldn't get the 100th anniversary special. I didn't request that one. I only request what I want. That's the thing. Like I don't request stuff that I'm not going to buy. You have to have credibility with your sales associate. You have to have credibility with your authorized dealer for any brand with whom you work. If you say I'm requesting this piece, when that comes in, you buy it. You know, you don't break mazal with your authorized dealer. So I didn't request the two-tone one. I don't particularly like that one. This is the one I requested. This is the one I got. If I was offered a different color, I would buy it. I don't want lavender. I don't want green. I don't want. The med blue is probably pretty nice. Got David Power in the chat. Welcome, David Power. Become a subscriber. Make sure you're subscribed. Enable notifications. We're up to 16 viewers, which is an absolute record on a Sunday for an OC live stream. 16 viewers, guys. Give yourselves a round of applause. Try what the hell is that? No, I'm not. Guys, it's not Rolex, Patek, Vacheron, or Richard Mille. I'm not trying it on. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Sorry, Mr. Power. Are you a relative of Austin Powers? Please don't recommend any weird Scottish brand watches here. Peeps is in the chat. Peeps. He's not a member, but I'll read his question anyway, or his comment. Since F. Pajan has skyrocketed in pricing and has made it much harder to acquire for someone with no purchase history, what other brands do you see rising in the same trajectory but easier to get right now? That's, all the secondary dealers get asked very similar questions, and some that's a rare question for me to get. Like, people usually don't come to me and go, OC, what's going to be the next FP Journe? People ask that of like Kevin O'Leary. They'll They'll ask Kevin O'Leary that. They'll ask Ben Clymer. They'll ask Waco, what's going to be the next Reshepi? Who's going to be the next Reshepi? I don't fucking know. FP Journe is definitely in the stratosphere. Getting it at retail is almost impossible. Oh my God, the stories that we've heard over the past few days about what they make the prospective customers go through to get a watch. It's crazy. It's crazy. What's the next FP Journe? Well, there are a few things, but the thing is, the next, if you want to get the next, ride the next wave, you need to have a lot of money. A lot of money. So listen carefully. I'm going to tell you right now. And none of you are going to be able to afford any of this, which is why I don't have any of this shit. What's the next FP Journe? Daniel Roth tourbillons. Not modern ones, vintage, like super rare and desirable Daniel Roth tourbillons. Reshepi. And I'm not saying I like these brands. I'm just saying these are the facts. Richard Mille, early Richard Mille, specifically tourbillons, the RM3, the RM6, the RM12. If you don't know what these models are, it's because you don't have $1 million to spend on a watch. So, yeah, Acrivia, Reshepi. Obviously, Simone Brett. He's one of the new guys. Classic old Daniel Roth with a tourbillon. Old Richard Mille with tourbillons. That's it. If you have some other suggestions, I may have missed a few, but there's a reason why we don't talk about those, because those are very, very expensive. And I'm not that level collector where if someone came to me and said, I have a rare Daniel Roth tourbillon or a Reshep, or RM006 or whatever it is, tourbillon, will you buy it? I'm not in the market. I don't buy a watch as a pure investment like that. But that's the answer. If some of the smart collectors in the chat know of other brands or other specific models, anything you buy from FP Journe is really, really incredible right now. It's unbelievable what they've done as a brand. And if you're like a serious collector, obviously you go to the old Journes, with the brass movement and the complications and the black labels and all that stuff. PS, you actually have 4.2 viewers right now. 4.2. How's that even possible? Are there bots? Are there bots? 4.2 viewers. Only request what you really want. See, this is good advice. This is Boxer fans. Only request what you really want. That's the opposite of buy what you like. Right? Request what you will buy, and only request OC approved watches is the second part of that. And wear and enjoy what you buy, unless it's something that you bought for pure investment purposes. If you bought a rainbow Daytona and you're able to get a rainbow Daytona, yeah, wear it sparingly, but don't fucking scratch it up, because that thing is worth a lot of money, right? Or if you bought what else, like one of those super off catalog Daytona or off catalog whatever, yeah, don't wear that every day. Just like wear it once in a while. RMs you can wear. The great thing about Richard Mille is you can wear it every day, especially if you get like ultra flat. How come we don't have more people that have like RM 6702s? We need more people with Richard Mille. I just moved to Miami. I'll probably be surrounded with more people that have Richard Mille. We have in the close circle, we've got Jeff, MJ, Fella, of my close, super close friends. MJ, Jeff, Fella, Brody, and Cars, and Boston. So actually, we do have a lot of people that have RM. 6 of my closest friends. David Power says, well, you said you weren't aware of Scottish brands, so I suggested, okay, got it. I did say, rhetorically, please let me know if there are any Scottish brands. I didn't mean for you to actually do it. This is a channel that's 83% sarcasm. Once you understand that, once you understand this is all shtick and sarcasm, you'll roll with the flow, or go with the flow, or whatever. We've got Jonathan Smith in the chat. The OC. Super Sunday with OC, guys. That's right. We're up to 15 viewers. 15 viewers. I think we're going to top out at 15. This is pretty awesome. New to the show, I'll learn, says Dave. Yeah. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you turn on notifications, and make sure you go to, if you're watching on an iPhone or some kind of device, that you go to settings, notifications, apps, YouTube, and make sure notifications are enabled. I know it's a lot of work, but you have to, or else you'll never, ever see the show ever again. Because we literally stream whenever we want with no planning, no prep, no agenda, and no actual original content. Jonathan Smith reminding everyone to upvote the live stream. That's a pretty good, we should have, let's see, if we have 15 viewers, we should probably have, if each person liked the stream 2 times, actually 3 times. If you guys can like the stream 3 times, tap, tap, tap 3 times. If you haven't liked it already, tap it 3 times. We can try to hopefully get up to like 30 likes in the chat. David Power has subbed. Sweet, sweet. Guys, if anyone has any member milestone chats, please use them. It's probably the last time in July. Could be the last time in July if you have a chance to use them. The way you use, if you have a star next to your name, click on the chat and see if you have a free member milestone chat available. And if you're not a member yet, super chat. Click on the currency icon. Come on, guys. We're having fun. And by the way, at 2 o'clock Eastern, which is 53 minutes from now, head on over to my other channel, Elite Horology, where I'm going to be allowing Jonathan Quayle Higgins and Keslow to do a live stream where they bore the fuck out of you with boring watch talk. And you can super chat them and I'll collect all the proceeds, which is fun. It's a really good deal for me. So head on over to my other channel, Elite Horology. That's ELITE, Elite Horology. You'll see a picture of my face, half of my face and half of Jonathan's face. And head on over there and you'll see a live stream that says like Jonathan and Keslow. Hit the notify me button and head on over there at the top of the hour, Should I stay on until the top of the hour? Shamba Basher says old money doesn't wear RMs. That is a fair observation. I think old money, I think it's a fair assessment. Generally speaking, old money doesn't wear a restart mill. Are there exceptions to that? Yes, there are exceptions. But for the most part, old money is Patek Philippe. Old money is Patek and Vacheron and Rolex. Upvote you humps. Show a bit of appreciation. Thank you, boxer fans. Boxer fans got the tap on the shoulder. Boxer fans got the tap on the shoulder. Jeez. Timplosion. So, boxer fans is a legitimate watch guy, from what I know. And I don't know that much, actually. I've been to watch meetups, and I've had like probably 50 watch dinners in New York over the past 4 or 5 years. It's funny that there are a lot of people. Bob NYC is another one, right? Like Bob NYC. I'm at events at Bucherer and 1960 Company all the time. I mean, not all the time, but like Watch Time New York, stuff like that. There's, if you haven't met me at some point in New York, that's just spooky. Where have you been? Where are you hiding? Boxer fans, if you're in New York City, let's do it. Let's meet up. Uh, thank you for encouraging people to upvote the live stream. And now we are past 30 likes. Just like that, we're past 30 likes. Even with only 15 viewers, you guys managed to like triple tap or whatever you did. You worked some magic. You worked some YouTube secret sauce. You went to QQTube, and you hired the views and you hired the likes, and they came through. Richard Mill are an acquired taste, says David Power, and you're absolutely right. And some of the criticism is legitimate, absolutely legitimate. They're too big. It's a weird shape. It's got crazy colors. Looks like it came out of a cereal box. It looks like it's a plastic toy. All of those are legitimate, cursory observations. But what Richard Mill has done is quite extraordinary with their materials and engineering. They market it as a race car on the wrist. And the people who buy it appreciate it for what it is. It has it's engineering, it's flex power, tremendous flex power. People who have RMs typically have really nice cars. I don't have a nice car. I'll show you. Here's my car right here. I'll show you. It is a Hyundai Veloster. This is my car right here, Hyundai Veloster. I drive a Hyundai. My other car is a Kia K4. That's my sports car. Kia K. So I'm not qualified. I'm not qualified to own RM. You should have to own a nice car before RM even sells you a watch. And I do believe, like, by the way, if no one should get a Le Mans. And boxer fans, I don't mean to offend you, but they shouldn't be giving you a Le Mans unless you have like a McLaren, a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, Bugatti, one of these super high-end cars. I think that should be like part of the qualification. But there people who would get it, like Father Artifact, and well, Jeff actually had a Ferrari. There are people, so that just proved my rule, right? Like, see, Jeff got a Le Mans because he drove a Ferrari. Fucking Jeff drives a G-Wagon now. How embarrassing. That can't be comfortable. Who's G-Wagon isn't a good ride. Imagine commuting through the pothole-filled streets of downtown Miami in G-Wagon. Fucking get the. I'm not saying get the Ferrari back, but he can get like a nice like BMW Alpina, like an Alpina 7. What do they call it? Alpina B7, B7 Alpina. It's fucking something nice. Jeff's a big guy, so like he needs a car with some room. I get that. G wagon, get the fuck out of here. Those are girls' cars now. He's gonna come after me. Uh, all right, let's see. Bad for Tommy. Bad form Tommy. Or is it bad for M Tommy? I'm not sure which one that is. Uh, Full yellow gold Daytona with Pikachu dial or Oyster Flex version? Full gold Daytona or Oyster Flex Daytona? You know, either one is good. Oyster Flex is a little bit better value, although they have been going up, up, up. Daytona on Oyster Flex is now 44,000. Oyster Flex Daytonas are now 44,000 at retail. So, I mean, I remember when I bought mine, because I have an Oyster Flex Daytona, they were 30,000 retail, and mine's a special one with diamond baguettes. It was 36,000. That was like the most expensive, putting aside the platinum Daytona, the most expensive Oyster Flex Daytona you could buy at the time, because I don't think they had the Meteorite Daytona at that time. But even Meteorite is cheaper than the one I had. I think I paid, it was 36,000, so 6,000 premium. In today's market, the Oyster Flex Daytona that I have would be 50,000 retail, or 50,000 retail. So it's expensive. Obviously, the big aesthetic difference between a full gold Daytona, well, there's two big differences: full gold Daytona and a Daytona on Oyster Flex is the bracelet, and number two is the bezel. You're either going to get a full gold bezel, which has a completely different look, versus the Oyster Flex Daytona, which comes with the Cerachrome bezel insert. So it's like it's a matter of preference. I mean, I'd have to know what's in your collection. Do you have an Oyster Flex watch in your collection already? Do you have any watches on rubber bracelets in your collection already? Is it going to be a sporty watch? Is it going to be a super dressy watch? But that was a good question from somebody. From Bad Form Tommy. Let me catch up on the chat. Let's go quickly here. Shamba Basher, are you a racing driver, have tattoos, or work in the Diamond District? The answer to any of those questions is yes. You most likely own a Richard Mille. Thank you, Shamba Basher. For me, I'm not a racing driver. I don't have tattoos, and I don't work in the Diamond District. Let's see. Big Platinum 69 is in the chat. I just scrapped one of them Johns. I'm not sure what that means. Retype your comment so I can understand it. Rick Chamberlain's in the chat. In all of your years, let me change the question there. In all of your months in the watch world, I'm going on 7 months now, 7 months as a watch collector. Have you heard any Rolex inside information? Has there ever been a Rolex retiree that's given any information about the company? Not to me personally. We all have contacts at authorized dealers, but at Rolex directly, I have not. I've never talked to anybody. I would hope that the Rolex employees know that what they do there should remain top secret. I know people who work for Rolex, but there's nothing I would really want to ask them. Nothing I really care to know. Good to see new viewers. By the way, if you're like Rick Chamberlain, you're not a member, but you're a new viewer, make sure you subscribe, enable notifications. Subscribe and enable notifications. In about 40 minutes, we're going to switch over to my other channel, Elite Horology. That's Elite Horology, Elite Horology, where I'm going to have Jonathan Quayle Higgins and Teslo do one of the most boring watch streams you've ever seen. That's on Elite Horology. Check it out on YouTube. We've got Thomas Burnett in the chat. I'm aspiring to own F. Pajon. How do you feel about the bad reputation tied to the individual on how he treats people badly, accusations of this, that, and the other? That's a good point. I mean, if you know, that's something that has been overlooked over the past couple of years. I do know somebody who was at that infamous F. Pajon dinner where Francois, you know, a drunken Francois, said the things that he said. And I think too many people forget. Too many people forget that if he said those things and meant them, that those things are inexcusable. You know, that being said, I mean, if you have a super strong moral compass, and I'm going to shift gears a little bit, shifting away from F. Pigeon and talking about something completely hypothetical. I want to make it clear that I'm no longer talking about F. Pigeon, but I'm talking about something hypothetical. If there was a watch brand where every watch that they made went for way over retail, but the guy that ran the company or the guy who was synonymous with the brand was anti-Semitic or sorry, totally distracted. So it's literally like I'm parked in a spot. I have my own parking spot here. Like I have my own designated parking spot. I need to tell them to move it because the way people back up, they almost back up into my car. And listen, guys, if you have a pristine Hyundai Veloster like this, you want it to remain in mint condition, absolute mint condition. But if you had a brand that was where everything went over retail, but the guy who ran the brand, the name that's synonymous with the brand, was a total dick, and he abused people, or he sexual harassment, or he committed crimes, or was anti-Semitic or racist guy. But you had a chance to buy one of the brand's watches, and the watch went for triple retail. Would you buy it? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I mean, how do you feel about that? I want to. I'll pose the question. I'll let you guys think about it. Think about it. What would you do? You take the money and run, right? I'll take the money and run, or maybe you're like, no, fuck it. I'm not buying something from that brand, no matter what. I'll let you guys. That's a tough moral quandary, right? So, Thomas, what do you think about that? What do you think? Is that a girl's car? Shit, Jeff's watching. Well, here's what happened, and Jeff can back me up on this. I'm not making this up. Jeff was. I can't really say where he was. Am I allowed to tell the story? Jeff was at a restaurant. Okay, and he had his key fob on the table, you know, and then there was this super hot chick next to him. So he was gonna like try and impress her by like showing off they'd had a G wagon. So like he knocked the key fob over and it fell on the ground. And you know, like where the girl could see it. So like the girl could see like, oh, like he's got a Mercedes. So he reached down to pick it up and she reached down to help him because like kind of awkward to bend over and pick it up. And he's like, oh, these big bulky Mercedes fobs, they're always like, you know, falling out of my pocket or falling on the floor or whatever. They're such a pain. You know these G-Wagon keys, what a pain they are. So he's trying to show off and stuff. And she looks at him and goes, yeah, I had 2 G-Wagons. True story. Nobody ever says that about the guy that has the Hyundai Veloster. Nope. Anyway, by the way, I just got a word that I'm going to be postponing the show this afternoon on my Elite Horology channel. So I'm probably gonna do it next week. People are busy enjoying the day, so we're gonna move it. So if you signed up to be notified for the Elite Horology show, we're gonna move it. When okay, let's gotta catch up on the chat. Girls' car, yeah. So like, there's a lot of G-Wagons in Miami. By the way, CRM is moving to a new location. CRM just signed a lease. They're moving to the corner of Biscayne Boulevard, which is like Route 107. I'm going to make up a number. Route 104. I don't know. Biscayne, like Biscayne Boulevard and Flagler, East Flagler. They're going to open a new location. Shout out to Carlos, Dan, and everybody at CRM Jewelers. Hope the build out goes well. But yeah, it's like, I think Jeff should get a nice car again. I see him like a Panamera, like a Porsche, but with like lots of room and space. He can get in and out, you know. Hold on for a moment. Hope I wasn't bugging you. You cool? All right, cool. Someone was in. Yeah, you should get a different car. Something better than a G-Wagon. Although I haven't driven it. Mathis drove it. Said it drove like shit. Like, that's what he told me. He's like, man, Jeff's car is awful. But I think that might be because Mathis doesn't know how to drive. Mathis drives a Durango. One thing someone who owns and drives a Durango should be complaining about somebody else. How about another car drives? Like literally any other car drives better than a Durango. So, Mathis's opinion doesn't really matter. If he says like, "Yo, I drove Jeff's car. The thing drives like an old truck." One of the funniest things I ever saw was we went to dinner. We had a group dinner in Miami, and Jeff's G-Wagon is a really nice car actually. And like Mathis is like, "Yo, can I drive it, Jeff?" And Jeff's like, he's a super nice guy. Jeff's super nice. Like, "Yeah, sure, you can drive it sometime." And Mathis goes, "No, I want to drive it home." Like, and so like, that's like 40 minutes away. Like we're in downtown Miami, like at some chic restaurant, and like they're like in beautiful like tower in overlooking Fort Lauderdale or whatever. It's like, "No, I want to drive it now." And Jeff, like being super nice, like, "Well, oh, okay, sure." Matt just gets in the front seat. Of course, he has to get a couple of pillows. He gets a couple of pillows underneath him so he can see up over the steering wheel. Matt's like, and fucking Jeff's getting the pat. And Jeff looks the scaredest I've ever seen him in his life. Oh, I have video of it. I have video. I promised never to show the video. I have video and photography. I have pictures and full video of Jeff getting in the passenger side of his own G-Wagon. Mathis getting the booster seat. He's like, "Yo, yo, Jeff, you can trust me. I know how to drive a truck." barely looking at. "I got a Durango with the Hemi." Holy shit! Jeff gets in. Should have seen fucking eyeballs like this. Scared. I've never seen a grown man look as scared for his life as Jeff did in that moment. And it's all documented on film. I got to go back and find that. But he said, "Don't show it." I'm a man of my word. If I say like I'm not going to show it to anybody, even for a $5 super chat, I would never do that. Oh, come on, guys. We're having fun now. We're having fun. We're up to 16 viewers, guys. 16 viewers on a Sunday afternoon. I'm gonna plow through these comments. Boxer fans, older BMW Alpinas had more soul than a G-Wagon. There you go. Now, by the way, the views and opinions of people in the chat do not, and I mean do not, represent the views, the people in the chat and OC. The opinions expressed do not represent the views and opinions of Original OC Channel or Original Brand LLC. Just want to make that absolutely clear. If you're going to recommend a watch under $1,000, what would it be? Never buy a watch under $1,000. Not even a Moonswatch, not even a Royal Pop or any of that. Do not buy a watch. Not even a Tissot PRX. The best watch under $1,000 is a Tissot PRX, but don't buy one. People, if you're watching this channel, don't buy any PRXs. When will OC be buying the newer Playtona? It's on the list. On the list. I guess Le Mans owners all drive girly AMG G-Wagons. Boxer fans, do you have a G-Wagon? That's embarrassing. Do you really? How do you drive a G-Wagon in, like, if you have to go to like a boutique in New York City? See, the thing is that people who have G-Wagons have other cars. But people who have sports cars also have other cars. Like, so people who have Ferraris and Porsches and McLarens and supercars, they always have like a daily car that they drive, like when it's cloudy outside. Like, oh, it's cloudy outside, I can't drive the sports car. So then they'll have like a Alpina, like B9 Alpina, whatever the fuck it's called, or some Panamera, or like a normal car. My car is my car. So like when I get in the Veloster, rain or shine, we're driving the Veloster. We've got SE member for 20 months. Sorry it took so long to get to you. Campaign senior advisor. They're 82. I'm very transparent. They're 82 members of the channel. Three are campaign senior advisors. Those people spend, I think it's like $500 a month. These are super successful people. $500 a month supporting the OC channel. Thank you very much. Great to finally see you live again. I'm coming to Germany. I'm going to come to Germany. I'm going to do one of those. I'm going to do a tour of like the BMW factory. Now, SE is like closer to Munich. And then there are people I know that are closer to Hamburg, like Bucherer. Where's Bucherer, by the way? Where's Bucherer headquarters? I know Rolex is in Switzerland. I think Munich, BMW, and Mercedes and Porsche. I'm not sure where they are. They're in Germany. I'm gonna make them 2027, guys. Let's go to Germany. Let's do a fucking Porsche experience. And we'll go on the, what do they call it? The Autobahn, the Nürburgring or whatever. And then we'll go to the Porsche factory. Let's do it. And we'll also do it. We'll time it for like when the Scorpions are playing, or like Guns N' Roses is playing, like in Munich or something, or Hamburg. Thank you very, very much, SE. Great to finally see you live again. Nice tan you got going. Yeah, I've been spending a lot of time ever since like May 23rd when I went to Italy and to Greece. I've been in the sun pretty much nonstop every day. I'm almost at George Hamilton level. Thank you very much. Good to see living the life. Good on you. Yep. Look at this. We're living the life. We're reaching for the crown and we're achieving it. Achieving it. I got to power through these. David Power says 16 viewers. Not bad at all. Yep, it's pretty good. Alfa Romeo Giulio Quadrifoglio. Love that car. That's not available in the United States anymore. They discontinued the Quadrifoglio. But interestingly enough, I almost got one back in 2020. I almost got a Giulia Quadrifoglio in 2020. Didn't pull the trigger on it. Now you can see YouTubers like Doug DeMuro and the straight pipes or throttle house or whatever, they're going back and buying Julia quadrifolios. Is it going to break in 3 weeks? Yes. Is it an awesome car? Uh, I think so. Logan Hall's Grill Streams Mathis is actually quite a calm driver. I can triple vouch for him. Okay. Did you ride in the? Were you in the Durango with the sandbags in the back and the ladder and everything? Cool. Okay. Logan vouches for Mathis as a driver. That's good to know. Jeff says this is a true story. That is a true story. That was funny as fuck. I mean, that was so funny. There's so many things that there's so much fun I've had over the past 5 years that I've been with this community. But the best memories, the craziest shit. There was the first half, the first 2.5 years, and the second 2.5 years. Crazy stuff, man. You can't make this shit up. G-Wagons are definitely an acquired taste, but an awesome piece of kit. That sounds like someone who bought a $200,000 Tonka toy that would say that it's a nice piece of kit. CKM for now, member for 8 months. Who would ever let Mathis drive their car? They should seek professional help. Well, the G-Wagon did make it back to Del Boca Vista with only minimal damage. So, you know, he didn't crash it. He didn't total it. The insurance company didn't say that it was damaged to the point of being completely written off and totaled. So the car did survive, if you know, in some form. Esoteric is in the chat. Mathis, the Miami Menace. BMW X7, if you're asking my opinion. X7's it's a huge car, huge SUV. A great daily driver. X5 is also good. MJ has the Porsche. There's another Porsche. Like a 911 and a 911. Then he has a 911, a 911, and then he has like an X5, like the big engine in it. That's his daily beater. Doxed. Hit up Mr. Ghost in Germany. Yeah, that's right. Mr. Ghost is in Frankfurt. Mr. Ghost. If you are watching this right now, or if you're watching this on the replay, reach out to me. Let's do Germany. Bob NYC. I've been seriously thinking about the Patek Philippe 5212A. That's the stainless steel weekly calendar. I fell in love with it. It's not cheap, but I really want it. I believe you own one. I do. I own one. Gatsby also owns one. I believe Maldives owns one. I think Secret Watch Collector owns one. So, like, if you're a heavy Patek collector, chances are you have one in your. Now, I'm not. I mean, I have a very small Patek collection, but I wanted something in steel, and there are only two choices in steel: non-Nautilus or Aquanaut, or Cubitus, obviously. And that is, there's a steel chronograph with a salmon dial, very expensive, and then they have a steel weekly calendar. So I have that one. If you want to start a relationship with Bob NYC, reach out to me on Instagram. If you want, I'll introduce you to what I believe to be the best source for Patek Philippe, and that's Wempe. I mean, I don't get paid I don't accept paid sponsorships. I don't accept a penny from the brands or the retailers, but I'll have, you know, if you want to get introduced to Wempe, which is the place in New York City to buy Patek Philippe. They just started their renovation on their new 1,600 square foot Patek showroom. It's going to be the biggest Patek showroom in the city. You don't want to go to Tiffany & Co. Tiffany & Co. Let's say Tiffany & Co. is a scam. But then I remembered there's several people in the chat who are big Tiffany & Co. customers. If those people in the chat say Tiffany & Co. is a scam, that's fine with me. But I don't want to say Tiffany & Co. is a scam to all the people all the G-Wagon driving viewers and members We're big Tiffany & Co. customers. All right, let's keep going. I got to catch up. But 5212A, the question is, Bob NYC, what else do you want to get from Patek? Just the one watch? Only one? Like, are you sure you only want one? Or are you saying, you know what, I'll buy this one, and you know what, I really love Patek. I may want a Calatrava annual calendar or perpetual calendar, or what, you know, I may want something else, or I may want a sports piece in the future. Those are the calculations you have to make. Patek is very, very tricky. Very tricky, right? It's the hardest brand, hardest journey. Patek and AP are hard journeys to figure out, but you got to, this is the channel where you can figure out how to master it. David Power says, going to Munich in September, beautiful city. I would love to go to Germany. Elite Horology is in the chat. Unfortunately, Kessel can't make it tonight. We have to move the show. There was going to be a show at the top of the hour that I was going to transfer all 15 viewers. All 15 viewers were going to move over. Now what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? We will reschedule that. Tan from France is in the chat. Hello, OC. Nice new watch. Congrats. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Still streaming from the Tractor Supply parking lot. The ship is sinking. Listen, 15 viewers on a Sunday afternoon. Would you say that's the ship is sinking? That's twice as many viewers as the other live streamers get. Okay. The other guys, look at the other guys. The other guys have tanked. And listen, I'm not one to brag, but if you look at my 3 last live streams, and these are just cold hard facts. You can look it up. I have access to the YouTube analytics, and they give me all the breakdowns of everything. My last 3 live streams, one of them did 3,000 views. 3,000 views. That was the one with Gene Borello. The one I did a few days ago, 1.4 thousand views. And then the one I did with Dubai Expat from two days ago, 1,000 views. My live streams are getting twice as many views as the people who've been on YouTube for 10 years and the people who've been on YouTube for 5 years. Those are just cold hard facts, guys. I don't know how to, sugarcoat it. Look it up. Look it up on Google Analytics or whatever you use. But the reality is, this channel, even though it's only like a year old, is viewed twice as many times as the guys who've been on YouTube for 5 years. Okay, and even though I only have 1,000 subscribers, and I've mentioned this before, but listen, I'll say it again. Even though I only have 1,000 subscribers, I get twice as many views, live stream views, as the channels that have 10,000 subscribers, and I get almost as many views as the channels that have 400,000 fake subscribers. That's because when you have 400,000 fake subscribers and you do a live stream and there are only 100 people watching, YouTube only records the actual real people that watch. They don't record the fake bots that you pay to have view the live stream. And the fake subs obviously don't watch either. So is it much better? Let me ask you a question. Is it better to have 400,000 subs or 100,000 subs or 10,000 subs and you can barely get 30 people on your live stream? Or is it better to have a very small but super high quality audience and you get 15 people watching like we have now? 15 of the best quality collectors in the world. I'd much rather have 15 of the best than have a channel with 10,000 subs or 400,000 fake subs and you can barely launch a live stream and barely get anybody to watch. That's embarrassing. Hey, we've got Brody. Brody hasn't mentioned Tudor once, so that's good. What's the best watch to wear when you're driving a Tacoma 4x4 with a certified lift kit? I've been in that Tacoma and it's really, really nice. It rides really smooth. I rode in it. I've ridden in it 2 times. Actually, more than 2 times. I was in Los Angeles in May, and Brody, being the super cool guy that he is, hosted me the entire time. And we went to the burger place in the Grove. I forgot the name of the burger place. We did a burger live stream from there, which was super fun. Picked me up in the Tacoma. And then I remember when we were in Los Angeles like a year and a half ago, young Brando and I, we were going to a club at like 2 in the morning. And young Brando's like, hey, do you want to go to this club? Or someone invited us or whatever. And young Brando and I are like, yeah, let's just go. It's like 2 in the morning. We'll just go to this. And I forgot where it was, like on Hollywood or somewhere. And Brody goes, well, I'll drive you. I'll drop. I'm like, yeah, well, come with us. He's like, I'm not coming. So like there's this long line of cars like to drop you off. Like there's like a velvet rope and there's like a whole team of security. And it's like when you're going to the Oscars, you know, like the red carpet and stuff. So we pull up to the strip joint. Club. We pull up to this establishment. So it's like the Ferrari pulls up, and then the valet guy does it, and pulls up. The guy gets out. The valet guy takes it, and then the car in front of us was like a car in front was like a Lamborghini, and then we're in a lift kit Tacoma, and young Brando's in the passenger seat, and I'm in the back, like I'm in the bed, I'm in the bed of the pickup truck, and I jump over jump over the side, like, well, the valley guy's like, we'll take your cars, we'll take your trucks, right? And Brody's like, no, I'm not staying. But it drives really nice. Drives really nice. I remember that story. Young Brando and I going to a club at 2 in the morning. But what watch would you wear an RM? You wear an RM. When you go to get your strap changed at RM, you go in the Tacoma. I'm gonna catch up on the chat. Muhammad Ali, who's a massive fan of the Oyster Perpetual collection from Rolex. I picked up the 41 millimeter. He's got the 36. He's got the green. He's got he's got 3 or 4 of them. He's got the green. He was the first unboxing in the world of the Jubilee dial. Is that what they call it? Jubilee dial. Jubilee dial. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right. Really good live stream, guys. Really good live stream. I'm going to say goodbye to you guys now. It's been a fun stream. Great honest points being made. Thank you, Bob NYC. Subs don't matter. It's views. Yeah, not fake views, but real views. Thank you, Bartholomew. If you start traveling a bit, showing Gonzo nice watch shots and production, right now you can overtake many established channels. We've already done it. We've already established that we can overtake all of the old guard channels. We've done it already. And active members is better than fake. Thank you, David Power. We've got Vimal, who's a member of the chat. Did someone say best? OC, love your earphone. Thank you. That is Beats. Beats Power. Their Beats Power Beats. Hold on a second here. And let's see what else we got. OC Toyota shamed me. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We hit 16 concurrent viewers. That's pretty amazing. Go out. I want you guys to go out. I'm starting to sweat now. I want you guys to go out, enjoy your day, enjoy your Sunday, wherever you are. If it's Sunday night, go out, have a nice dinner. Take out the missus, take out your partner, whoever that is. And if you're on the East Coast, go enjoy the day. Beautiful sunshine. And that's it. Let's see how many people leave. Let's see how many people leave. I'm gonna pretend to end the show. Let's see if people leave. Teeth looking white. Thank you. The thing is, they look white because I'm tan. So the contrast makes it look like I have white teeth. What else is going on, guys? What else is happening? Holy shit. We just hit 50 viewers? What happened? I thought we were at 15. Whoa, we just hit 50 viewers. That's crazy. I'm telling you guys, this channel is crushing it. The last 3 live streams we did, over 5,000 views, real watch collectors, and some mobsters. There were a few gangsters that were watching too, one of the live streams. Crime and Chronos, episode 2, coming soon. Oh man. Can't make it up. Can't make this stuff up. Should we do a live stream later? Hey, we got a new viewer. Nick Luslifts. Nick Luslifts. Thoughts on Vacheron Constantin? Vacheron Constantin. Vacheron Constantin. Great brand. Great brand. Incredible brand with a beautiful history and all that's great watchmaking. Blah 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 blah. Should you buy it? It depends. Probably not. 9 times out of 10, no. What does your collection look like? Do you have Rolex? Do you have Patek? Do you have an AP? Do you have all the Rolexes you could ever want? The answer to any of those questions is no. Then you probably should not be buying Vacheron. But reach out to me on Instagram, the original OC on Instagram. Send me a private message, and I will happily go through your collection. I'll give you watch advice. And no one has ever come back to me and said that I steered them wrong. Not a single person. And I've consulted with I could say hundreds of people on Instagram who've asked me questions about their collection. What should I get? What should I sell? All for free, babe. All for free. Not a single person came back and said, you gave me the wrong advice. Almost every single person said, thank you for helping me. I was going to make a colossal mistake. I have Rolex, probably going to get the Royal Oak Offshore next. Okay, are you going to buy that from AP? Are you going to buy that from AP? If you have Rolex and you're content, Rolex Offshores, you must have a big wrist. Big wrist if you're looking at the Royal Oak Offshore. Yeah, reach out to me on IG. Send me a picture of your collection. We'll talk about it. Probably gray. Yeah, gray. You'll save money if you're not looking to get other APs in your collection. That might be the smart way to go. CB is in the chat. CB is, I think he's a legitimate watch enthusiast, CB, from what I know. CB says, I ain't got any, but VC has some great stuff. See, that's a great perspective. VC has great stuff, but I didn't buy it. That's a good philosophy. A lot of brands have great stuff. You know, that doesn't mean you should buy it. There's nothing wrong with looking at a brand and looking at a watch. You know, that's a great friggin' watch. It doesn't mean it's good enough to buy, right? I mean, it's like, just because it's a great watch doesn't mean it's a good watch. This is like rule 37 in the OC school of collecting. Just because it's a great watch doesn't mean it's a good watch. And it doesn't mean you should buy it. And by the way, don't buy watches because they're a good deal. But it's a good deal. But it's cheap. Don't buy watches because it's a good deal. Bad, bad, bad. Ends up in the drawer. Watches that are a good deal are a good deal for a reason. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? OC, dropping the truth bombs. Dropping the truth bombs. A lot of people getting the oyster. I have the good oyster perpetual. Some people are just getting the oyster perpetual because they can. I waited for pink, and I waited for pink in the 41 millimeter size. Muhammad Ali got a good one. Brody has a nice one. Tan says, I have tried on the new Vacheron Overseas limited edition. 255 pieces in platinum, 39.5 millimeter. The proportions of the watch on the wrist look strange compared to the 41.5. I've tried it on in person, I think. I can't remember if I tried it on in Geneva or if I tried it on at the boutique here in New York, right after Watches and Wonders, like 2 weeks after. Not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. There's certain watches that have weird proportions when you tinker with the size. That may be one of them. Plus, it's super expensive. No one's going to buy that watch anyway. So it's a ripoff. That watch is a ripoff. The Platinum Overseas. Come on, guys, it's a ripoff. No one's going to buy that. Plus, the salmon dial isn't attractive. Hate to burst your bubble, but that salmon dial isn't good looking. It's not good looking at all. Sorry, guys, got to keep it real. I have to keep it real. It's for your own good. It's for your own benefit that I have to speak truth to power. I have to speak truth to power, which means even the smart collectors expect to hear smart wisdom. It's tough. It's a high bar. You guys set a high bar because you guys are smart collectors. You know the truth. You guys know it. The truth is self-evident. So if I say something that isn't true or accurate or strategic or good advice, you're going to call me on it. So no, don't buy the Platinum Salmon Overseas. No one's going to buy that anyway. Would you consider, asks Big Platinum 69, would you consider Aussie expat humble while exhibiting peak self-control, being that he pays rent where he lives while holding a substantial Bitcoin position? Would I consider him humble? Humble. I don't know if he's humble. He has very strict rules and strict guidelines about how he allocates his wealth. You know, he doesn't have a nice car, and I rode in his car. By the way, Aussie expat, it's not a secret. It's not a surprise that to most of you know that I've met in person with 99% of the people on these streams. You know, a lot for the people who watch, you know, the people in the chat and the people on the panels are largely abstract to you. Our personalities are what you see through the screen. 99% of you, including a lot of people in the chat here, are people that I met in real life. So, like, I know Aussie Expat. When I was in Las Vegas, we did a big meetup in Vegas. Aussie Expat, he came by. We were doing a mini event in Bucharest. He came by. He crashed it. He crashed it is what he did. And then he invited me to breakfast the next morning. I rode in the Sienna. So we got a Sienna, beautiful home in a suburban area. Obviously, he likes watches, and he also has a substantial net worth. And how he chooses to allocate that wealth is his choice. I don't know if he's humble. I mean, the guy has a solid gold Daytona. He has high-end watches. No, nice guy. Most of the people that I met in the real life are nice people. CB has the yellow. I have the yellow wifey, the yellow something. The coral OP. The yellow for the wife and the coral OP. I'm not sure exactly what you said, but it sounds like you have at least two OPs. The coral red. Oh my God. Discontinued. The coral red discontinued. The celebration discontinued in the 41 millimeter size. The turquoise blue discontinued in the 41 millimeter size. Celebration dial. Coral red. You had the mustard yellow. What else did you have? There was one other one that's gone. They really revamped that Oyster Perpetual line. Really made it super collectible and desirable. Many overseas are too big. They are disproportionate. The overseas is too big for me. I probably wouldn't buy an overseas anyway. So that's where I really don't care about it. Patek's salmon dial, says Tan, are better than Vacheron, but the best salmon dials are F. Pajon. Who does the best salmon dials? Who does the best salmon dials? I think I don't really like salmon dials. That's the thing. I can't think of anybody. If you say F. Pigeon, I tried. I'll take you at face value. There's probably some old brands that do salmon. I think salmon. There's some Royal Oaks that have a salmon dial that I think are okay. Probably some old Brigades and old Blanc Ponds that have salmon dials. F. Pigeon is known for having salmon dials. I think those are pretty desirable too. I think if you get salmon dial with platinum, like that's a really good looking combination. Has a lot of contrast, right? Well, I think we had a really good stream. I think we have a few people left, but there's still so many straggling along. Don't you guys have something better to do than to hang out with me at the Tractor Supply parking lot? Please tell me you have something better to do. Ah, Grunfeld. I met the Grunfeld brothers, I think 3 years ago in Geneva. Super nice guys. Super nice guy. Bart and the other one. Bart and something. Bart and Homer. Bart and Homer Grunfeld. If you're considering Grunfeld and Grubel 4C and all this stuff, you have a pretty big collection already. All right, guys, let's do this. What time is it? It is now 2:04 Eastern time. Wow, this stream's been going on for over 2 hours. Wow. Let's do this. We'll do a 4-minute warning. 4-minute warning, guys. Last chance to get in your appreciation super chats. Hold on a second. So take a quick call. I do not need that call. Boom. Okay. Last chance for appreciation super chats or member milestone chats, guys. Or just drop in a comment. Should we go back to doing streams on Sunday? Nobody else streams on Sunday. Well, if you the Watch Hangout does, but that's much later. Watch Hangout does a stream on Sundays, and who else? I think that's it. The only people who stream on Sundays is Watch Hangout. CB is giving financial advice or making financial observations in the chat. That sentence is too long for me to read, so my apologies in advance. You guys in the chat can read it. 3-minute warning. 3-minute warning. I'm gonna say goodbye to all you guys. Go enjoy the day. Have an incredible day. That's it. Reach for the crown. The first official unboxing or unwristing or whatever you want to call it of the ROLEX Oyster Perpetual 41. This is the reference 134300, 134300 in what Rolex calls candy pink. Candy pink. Upvote the live stream. Please upvote the live stream. Leave a comment. If you got all the way to the end, leave a comment. Let you know if we should do these streams every Sunday. Should we do these streams every Sunday? Let me know. Let's get to 50 likes. If you're watching right now and you haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. Let's get to 50 likes. Let's do it. If we get to 50 likes, I'll end the show. That's a good incentive. We will end the show at 50 likes. So let's go. Let's go, guys. Log into an alt account. Log into your troll account. Do whatever it takes, guys. If you're watching now, upvote the live stream. Let's get us to 50 likes. Last chance for super chats, questions, comments, member milestone chats, all that good stuff. We're almost there. We're one upvote away from 50. I don't know how we became the #1 watch live stream on YouTube after only being on the air for seven or 8 months. How did we do it? How did we do it? How did we knock the guys out who've been doing live streams for 5 years? We imploded. How did we knock out the guys who've been doing YouTube for a decade? They've been doing YouTube for a decade. We've been out for a few months, and our live streams are bigger and better than anybody else's. And we have the best panelists, we have the best guests, we have the best members, and the best audience. I owe it all to you guys. This watch is, this live stream, this whole channel is dedicated to you, dedicated to the smart collectors out there. You guys are the best. I do mean it. They're the best watch communities right here. We've got RM in SD. That's Richard Mille in San Diego. Richard Mille in San Diego dropping in. Number 50, we did it. Boom, boom, boom. 50 upvotes. Let's see some of these other channels hit 50 upvotes. Well, they probably can because they're buying views, guys. They're buying views, buying subs and buying views. We don't buy subs here. It's organic growth. Only the smartest collectors. Happy Sunday. Thank you, Richard Mill in San Diego, for your comment. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for being a member. Sam D, dude, how are you so tan? You've seen my Walmart above ground pool. I hang out a lot outside, especially in the summer. I enjoy the outdoor. I watch. I'm swimming in the pool. I'm relaxing on one of the multiple levels. We have the patio deck, OC patio. We have a pool deck level, and it's a healthy tan. It's not like a. I don't think it's a harmful tan, but I do look good. I do look good tan. I mean, I usually like I'll wear a pink shirt or a white shirt or a red shirt. Really like I have naturally olive skin, so when I get tan, it just looks good. Got the shades on, the pearly white teeth. That they're not really white. I think they're like yellow, but when they're contrasted with the skin, all right, pretty good. Pretty good, huh? Love you, man. What? Sam D. Sam D. Did you check out the Oyster Perpetual Candy Pink? First one in the world. First one in the world. And I'm not boasting. I'm just spitting out facts. Spitting out facts. Greg Enright, who gave me a very nice comment on Instagram, says the watch looks great on you. Well, it'll probably look great on anybody. This watch looks fucking great on anybody. Fucking candy. The candy pink is the one to get. You can call it gay. In a way, calling it gay is a compliment. Because this watch isn't gay, but when you call it gay, it's like basically saying like this watch looks fucking sick. And I don't even use that word. But in pink, this is a whole different. If someone's going to get the lavender, I'm waiting to see the first person who gets a 41 millimeter Oyster Perpetual and with the lavender dial. The lavender is just like less versatile. It's a less versatile watch because it's a light shade of purple. This is pink. This goes with everything. This goes with a black shirt because it's got black loom plots. It goes with white because it's got white chromolite. It's got black text and black plots, square plots. Goes with pink. A bunch of pink shirts. I think what happened is I walked into the Rolex with a pink shirt one day, and they're like, "Oh, he actually wears pink." And they're like, "Okay, make sure he gets the watch when it comes out." That's what happens. You got to play the smart game. Play the smart game, guys. Thank you guys for all the upvotes. Thanks for tuning in. We will catch you. I want to thank the people who, let's see here. Thank the people who super chatted and all the people who gave a comment with their member milestone chat. Thanks to all the members out there. You guys are the best. And now you notice that other people are trying to push their memberships inauthentically. We're the ones who started the trend. We started the trend here with appreciating our members and our viewers. And we can do that because it's the creme de la creme of the watch community. Only the best. We don't have there's no fucking trolls allowed in the chat. No one allowed to poison the chat with fucking bullshit. The chat is pristine. That's the way we like it. Only the smart collectors and the clever trolls who are actually watch people. And they come here and they talk watches. Thanks for tuning in to Talking Watches with OC, the #1 live show in subscriber engagement and member engagement on YouTube. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace. Ciao. Arrivederci. We'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Cool? You can say, bye, OC. Thank you, OC. We love you, OC. Have a great weekend, everybody. Reach for the crown, guys. Reach for the crown. Don't reach for one of these lame micro brands or a watch with a fucking picture of a slice of pepperoni on it or any of that garbage. Any of that garbage. Solvents, what's up? Good to see you, Solvents. Last chance. If I haven't greeted you in the chat, if you haven't typed in a comment yet, last chance. 30 seconds to go. Type fast. Rolex, reach for the crown. See you, Nick. Peace. Peace out, guys.